From UFOs to weird things we know, it's time for that paranormal, strange, phenomenal show. Biometric wars, a prison planet run by the man. It's time for the Tinfoil Canadian. Take off your hoses.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Tinfoil Canadian, the show where we explore and discuss crazy TikToks and videos from around the world featuring the paranormal, UFOs, and conspiracy theories, We even feature strange encounters up here in the Great White North. If you are wondering why the avatar, it is because I was in a house fire and this is my preferred way of communicating, This tinfoil also keeps me safe from the biometric frequency attacks. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Do your own research. With that being said, let's see what you hoses have been doing lately.
Do you want to know how fucked up this world that we live in really is? Look up CIA Satan and you will find Bloodlines of Illuminati. What you will find is 292 pages of what the absolute information. Now I want to point out one piece of information that everybody knows, which is Disney, Walt Disney. As you can see, you see Walt Disney right there, but let's look at the part that I highlighted. Behind Disney's good front lies hard films, and if you don't know what those are, it's basically films where people are unalived for entertainment. White slavery, I don't even know what that is. White slavery, I guess it's what it sounds like. Illuminati, mind control, and the seduction of several into witchcraft. Disney's involvement in these kind of things. Hold on, I meant to highlight this part right here. Made hardcore corn that was made for years in secrecy for the elites. Now this is the 209th page, so you can go and look this up for yourself and see that it is all right there in our faces. Do not forget to save this post, repost it, and like this post so it gets on other people's For You pages. But I just want to say that the world that we live in is truly not what you think. It's so much darker than you could ever imagine, but this is just one document of hundreds of documents that I've had saved for the years and years. But I think it's time for people to know the reality of what we're facing against, especially ever since the veil is thinning more and more and more. People are seeing spirits, people are having supernatural experiences, and these people who are in control, this is all for entertainment purposes only, allegedly, even though it's right there, but their technology that they're using, their supernatural technology they're using, it's not working as well. We're able to see them. If you go to low vibrational places, you can see these creatures out here, and that's all I'm gonna say. But this is all for entertainment purposes only. It's all alleged. I'm just some dude on the internet who tries to stay to himself. I don't really know anything.
Well, geez, That was a pretty dark way to start off the show. What do you guys think? Are we being manipulated by dark forces or demons that control the media? This next video is one that I wrote and directed and is my take on the subject of dark forces, Hope you hosers like it.
Today's video is for entertainment purposes only. Do your own research and do not believe everything you see or hear in this video. This video might get deleted quickly, so please share. Thank you for watching. Before memory, before history, there was vibration. Every molecule, every mind, every world has its own complex electromagnetic signatures broadcasting into our universe. Imagine the universe as a television set. Every reality, every emotion, every thought is what is broadcast on the many different channels, each channel having its own frequency. Whomever controls the frequencies controls the channels, and therefore controls our universe. It is a constant struggle between the lower frequency dimensional beings against the higher ones to have more television channels in our universe and have the most influence of quantum outcomes in present day and days to come. Humankind and many other life forms live in between these higher and lower dimensions. To the beings that live in the lower dimensions and that inhabit the lower frequencies, we are known as the mid-dwellers, or the shapers. And to many of them that dwell below where we dare not see, we are known as substance. Most beings that live in the low dimensions cannot create more low frequencies or energy, which they survive and thrive on. Much like a rock cannot create more wind, a lower being cannot create more negative frequencies and energies. But a rock can shape which way and how intensively a wind might blow, just as a lower being might guide the shapers to emit more negative energies towards them. The higher dimensional beings also try to guide those who live in the middle dimensions towards the higher planes of existence. The more beings that join them in the higher realms of existence, the more powerful the higher beings are as a whole, and the more knowledge and what higher beings feel as all being have. High ones do not create, but understand that middle dimensions have a great influence on how the universe matures as a whole. They are empowered when individuals in the middle do good for themselves, and especially when they provide well-being, knowledge, and substance to others. They are close to the one frequency, which is the energy that creates all things in this universe. The best way to describe this frequency would probably be the infinity symbol, the yin-yang, or perhaps an energy vortex folding in on itself, or simply God. The conflict is fought with the resonance of consciousness across the multiverse. Consciousness becomes a signal interacting with the electromagnetic ocean of existence. Because the lower beings feed on the negativity of those who dwell in the middle realms, they want the majority of the universe to grow in darkness. As the light burns them like an eternal fire when they are exposed to it, in darkness, there is fear and doubt, sorrow and grief, hunger and needing. These conditions help the lower beings thrive. This is a story of one world who was, at one time, very close to ascending to the upper dimensions and were able to explore this universe. But for over 12,000 years, they have been deceived by the beings in the lower dimensions and other beings in the middle ones who do not ascend and have not felt the all-frequency inside of themselves in many, many thousands of years. It is unknown how long it was before the dark beings, or those who try to help the dark beings for power, came to our quadrant of the Milky Way galaxy. Some evidence shows there was a point in this planet's history that humanity had almost all the tools they needed to ascend to the stars or beyond the third dimension. Those tools were abruptly taken away roughly 12,000 years ago. We know we were created by the all frequency, or a being or beings who were very close to the all. Beings who can exist perhaps beyond the state of the known 12 dimensions between the all. We know that we are close to the all because we were created in the likeness. We also know there probably was a time when we were allowed to determine our place in this universe, as it was written that our race had to make the decisions of how our place in the universe would evolve on our own. Because if we have the free spirit of the all inside of each of us, then we are all free. There is evidence of a time when we understood that sharing knowledge, skills, wealth, resources, and power was leading us to something perhaps even beyond the stars, or at least towards them at the time. Perhaps during that age when power was freely used by this planet, and we had no feelings of wanting to hurt or protect ourselves from our fellow man, our distant cousins may have navigated great ships out into the vast universe. After the Great Flood, that knowledge has, so far, been lost to all.
Do you believe we are capable of ascending beyond our three-dimensional plane of existence? Let me know in the comments below. And here is another video that is very similar in theory with a speech from Alex Collier. Shoutouts to Source Energy 1 on TikTok for this video.
According to the Andromedans, what they have been able to discover, and apparently other races also have discovered this, is that they say that in our what we know is our universe, which is a holograph, that there are 11 layers. I'll just deal with this. 11 densities, and now apparently there is a 12th. This is their perspective, okay? And they say that we fell into time, into physicality. They say, the Andromedans say, that many of the other extraterrestrial races are fascinated by what it is we know, that we have locked up inside of us. Because we have already evolved to that level and then have come back to start all over again. They don't have access to this, what they think we know, what apparently is locked up inside of us. Not only that, but apparently we specifically chose this physicality because of the vibration that we held, because of the primate and human, because the physicality was able to hold such an extreme of emotions that we chose this physicality. And when you couple that with the idea that this physicality is also made up of 22 races, one of which includes the Andromedan race, they say we're royalty. They say that every single one of you is royalty on this planet. That you are royalty. And that many of the other extraterrestrial races, particularly the benevolent ones, acknowledge this because of the fact that we are spirit and we have these genetics inside of us. The dark ones, which include the gray men and others, they see us as beasts because of the primate. How can we allow this to surpass us? And this is why the constant genetic and mental manipulation. And in talking with Jay-Z, like she was saying earlier, we talk different ways, but we're really, in many respects, saying the same thing. They're concerned that once we move out of our prison of third density, that we will radically change everything. They say that our universe, what we know is our universe, if we were to put it in our linear time, is a 21 trillion year old holograph. They also say that there are 100 trillion galaxies total in this, which we call our universe. That's including the other dimensions. 100 trillion. And some people still don't think there's life out there. I don't know what to do with folks like that, I have some really good friends that I work with that are, very, very good people. They're very awesome people, have full of integrity, but they are convinced that there's going to be a rapture and they don't have to do anything but just wait. And God, that pisses me off. I mean, there's so much work to do and you're just going to sit on your butt and wait? Suppose he changes his mind, I said to one guy. He goes, oh, he couldn't do that. I said, is he God? Well, yeah. Well, then he could, It was from Phaseus. This was given on 6/5 of 96. The most necessary action now for all of you who are aware is to do what you are capable of to illuminate your degenerated societies. Consciousness is your scale. It always provides balance, which does not fail. It speaks to those and tells them what to do and what not to do, to one or all beings who choose to be evolved. The administrators of your governments are responsible for professional order, not your moral codes of order. The key to your happiness, Terrans, is in the hands of your own consciousness. We have perceived that you Terrans have arranged your lives not according to yourselves, but according to others. Your disappointments are due to this fact. This kind of conduct of yours is what is limiting your races. Each one of you is a free soul, a free consciousness. No one is the servant or slave of anyone else, though the hidden ones would trick you to believe otherwise. Mutual respect is imperative for a healed planetary race. Help is being extended to you if you so want it, because of our genetic lineage to your races. We would like to be with you during your difficult times, and we are right on the edge of that. Today, you are a planet and a race that destroys itself in ignorance. Your goal is to uncover the genuine human beings lost deep within yourselves. Always be at one with yourself. And then he went on at another point and said, we have been in communication with many races in discussions regarding militant decision-making. We all agree that conflict in the end serves one purpose, to create fear. And this, we know, removes the original intent from creation. We are hopeful that sincerity will gain a momentum. The lies are going to start to come out, the truths are going to start to come out, and you're going to be blown away at how corrupt your government is.
Wow, 100 trillion frickin' galaxies! I thought Canada was a big place, eh? How many of you hoses are from Canada? Leave a comment below. I am from British Columbia, which is supposed to be prime Sasquatch territory, eh? I myself have never seen one, but we will be covering that topic on future episodes. You don't have to like this video or subscribe, but if you do, it really helped me out, eh? With that being said, let's check out this next video.
Who wants to see photos of interdimensional aliens? Me. This guy, Daniel Nemes, a Spanish scientist, claims to have photos of them, and I have them for you. I had to jump on this trend. I heard a lot about this guy, and I had to do a deep dive. Are we ready to see? Hey, these are literally from his Instagram. He literally even calls this one demon. Here's one that he compares to Buddha. Here's one that he calls angel. I think it looks like it's from Minecraft. This one looks very Transformer Egyptian-esque. This looks like a sad man. There's so many of these. I think this is his Instagram. The weirdest part of the story, though, to me is how this guy disappeared and came back. And I know what you're going to say. These images kind of look like reflections of each other. They're just folded in half. Supposedly, in my deep dive, I found out that they're actually just very symmetrical because the light is refracting. That's what gives it the appearance of a mirrored look. I read something about how these interdimensional beings show up at the focal point of the lenses he's taking these photos with. I think he aimed them at dark matter, and the focal lenses are where the dimensional barrier is the weakest. And even me, I was like, I don't know about this. I started to think about it though, and at the focal point, it would make sense that we would see a image kind of that would look folded if it was like right in the center, if that makes sense. I don't know, I'm not a photographer. And I will say I do have a bias to this because I do believe in interdimensional beings. Here's the thing, I call these beings plasma beings, like the fourth state of matter. Feel free to look at my plasma intelligence playlist. I think that all of us are made of plasma, these beings are made of plasma, and that they're sentient. And the plasma, space plasma, which you could look up, it's an ionized gas. It has metaphysical properties, in my opinion. It's like the field, like the Matrix, the field that we all live in is what makes it up. It's like the clay that builds the world. And I think that these beings are conscious forms inside of that plasma field, if that makes sense. I mean, I gotta say, like, it is weird, and obviously, like, that to me looks like the same image, just in different colors. But, like, the faces are different and strange, and, like, kind of remind me of, like, things from comic books or movies. But where do we get these ideas from our imagination? And guess what? The realm of imagination, the Akashic realm, the field, the plasma field, it is all connected. So, like, I can kind of connect the two and be like, that could make sense. like why these things look like things that we see in entertainment. I'm not saying that these are real or fake, by the way. I'm not claiming that. I just think it's interesting. Do your own research. Either way, to me, it's cool. And I hope it's real. Would I want to be in all their universes, like talking to them? I don't know. But maybe they're just like funny and nice and like we're judging based on because they look scary. Like that guy up there, maybe he's my next boyfriend. I don't know. I'm just kidding. Sorry, I digressed. Based on my research, this guy kind of like went off. I also did read things supposedly that this guy at first didn't know what these images were either. And now he subscribes to the fact that they're interdimensional beings. But obviously now, if this is his real Instagram, he's like all for this. And once again, I have an open mind. I think that this is completely realistic and possible. I personally think the dark matter is just dark plasma. And that things, sentient beings do live within this field. So like, yeah, these could be pictures of it. I mean, I don't know. Do you? It's kind of the same thing like before the countries were easy to travel to each other and the Native Americans saw the people from England for the first time. They probably thought they were like aliens, or it seemed unreal because they just looked weirder because the Native Americans were used to seeing each other, not some weird English person. I don't know if that's a good comparison, but I feel like you understand. To keep an open mind, I think, is the most important. An open mind to the fact that this could be real or not real, but to both. Again, I'll be the first to say I'm not totally sure about this one, but it does interest me, and I do believe in interdimensional beings, and we are those too, by the way, because our consciousness can travel through dimensions, but that's a whole nother freaking video. But either way, this is what I'm talking about. Like in modern media, he compares one of the guys to Dragon Ball Z. And I don't know, maybe this person took it out of the imagination realm because this is a real character. It's interesting. What if our imaginations were real? They are.
Shoutouts to Dana Kipple on TikTok for the video. Check out her videos on plasma. They are really good. How many of you hosers out there believe in Jesus? He is my savior and my all. But no matter what your beliefs are, I think we can all try harder to tolerate each other. That is all the time we have for this week on the Tinfoil Canadian. Thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this pilot episode as much as I have making it, and we will see you soon. But for now, it's time for you hosers to take off, eh?